But when you think about where he was before going on the DL, having that 18 days off, getting the cortisone shot to be able to relieve that knot, he would say, in the back of the shoulder, and now be able to get full extension on his arm, reaching out, hitting the corners, which is the most fastball, and of course the feel for the changeup.
He did what I think a lot of players do, Gooby, just try to push through it.
Yeah, I mean, he battles, and Joe Saunders didn't even ever make that excuse, and he went through a stretch where he was giving up a lot of home runs, but he just kept pitching through it, and then finally said, hey, listen, I got to shut it down. They were able to work it, that knot out of the shoulder, and the boys come back and been an effective pitcher now for Mike Scioscia as part of this great five-man rotation.
Eric Ibar at shortstop tonight. There's his tourist next to him, the double play combination for the Angels, who lead the Texas Rangers by 5 games in the American League West. Seattle's been pushed 13 back, and they're playing each other tonight, but it's raining in Arlington, so they have not gotten underway yet.
Well, it's a great race. They play Texas. The Angels do 7 more times. Tough series here against the White Sox for the Angels. Then they go to New York for 1, Boston for 3, and then 3 in Texas. So Mike Scioscia got to get the fellas ready. This is the lineup right here for the White Sox. They could score some runs.
Scott Podsednik, the leadoff man for the White Sox, hitting .307. Strike 1 to start the game. The White Sox, if they could get red hot over the last 3 weeks, you never know. They're 6 games behind the Tigers. But they're also a team with a losing record, believe it or not. 70-71. I think there's a real feeling around the White Sox that they should be better than that, don't you?
No question. And then you saw Isaac again right next to him with Jake Peavy, the guy that they anticipate being a big part of that rotation, might end up being a big part next year. But certainly here now, he's had some issues trying to get healthy since coming over from San Diego.
1-2 to Podsednik. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He's had good numbers against lefty pitchers, too. .341 batting average.
Three and 2 to the White Sox leadoff man. If the White Sox win this game, they could pass the Twins. Twins are in second. The White Sox are half a game behind them, but Minnesota's behind 11-1 tonight in the 6th inning to Oakland. So I think in the Central Division, you just can't give up. I mean, these teams have been hanging in there somehow. Tigers can't put them away.
Yeah, the Tigers had a tough time against the Kansas City Royals and now allowed everyone back in the race in that Central.
And the Tigers are behind tonight as Podsednik lifts one to left field. That sends Rivera back to catch it. 1 out in the 1st inning.
Baseball had some carry to it.
It really did.
Juan was playing shallow.
Looked like it wouldn't be much when it left the bat, but Juan had to go get it. 1 out, Gordon Beckham up there.
Remember that last time when the Angels were in Chicago, Beckham likes the fastball in early. So you want to stay away from him.
First pitch misses. Ball 1 to Gordon Beckham. One and 1. Dana DeMuth is the umpire behind home plate, and he, like everybody else on the field tonight, wearing a red hat in remembrance. The umpires, you notice the White Sox as well, and the Angels with their patriotic look tonight. On the ground to the right side, Kendry Morales will take it himself. Two outs in the 1st inning, and A.J. Pierzynski.
It's the fan favorite.
Well, first time up, you always have to wait for the booing to subside.
You know, knowing A.J. and talking to him, he enjoys that.
I'm sure he does. And he enjoys that, too. A line drive base hit into right field. 2-out single for Pierzynski. And the White Sox get the cleanup hitter up there, Paul Konerko.
Paul Konerko, we showed that pregame show. He hits lefties so well, 357, including 9 home runs and 25 RBI versus left-handed pitching.
26 home runs this season. And 82 runs batted in. Just the prototype of the power hitter, isn't he?
Does have real good power the other way also, but a few years ago there was rumored that he was going to be a member of the Angels after they had won that World Series in 05.
Well, that was a good rumor because I was at the stadium one day in the offseason and he was here. And Scioscia was showing him around. So I think that was a pretty good rumor. But in the end, the White Sox had just won it all and he decided to stay in Chicago. 1-1 to Konerko. Now, if Konerko had come to the Angels, he'd probably still be here, and maybe Kendry wouldn't be playing first. Who knows how it would have turned out. But I think the Angels are pretty happy with the way things have developed.
No question about it. Switch hitting, power hitting first baseman like Kendry Morales, who plays a solid defensive first base. Wow. What a bright future for Kendry.
Strike 3 called. Konerko called out. The White Sox are done in the first inning. No score heading to the bottom of the first. The Angels with Figgins, is Turris and Abreu in the first inning. Vladdy's batting cleanup. Torrey Hunter after that. Kendry Morales hitting in the 6th spot. Juan Rivera, Mike Napoli, and Eric Ibar, the bottom third, facing Gavin Floyd.
Well, Gavin Floyd having a good season here for the White Sox. 11-9 record. Solid ERA at 3.84. He's a fastball that he can rush up there and spot the fastball too with some movement at 90 to 95 miles an hour. Above average curveball, that's a strikeout pitch, slider, and a changeup.
When he's on the beam, he can be almost unhittable. Sean Figgins hitting .303 to lead it off for the Angels. Sometimes you just glance up and you see all the red hats out there, and it's almost confusing as to who's on the field. But obviously the White Sox are wearing the red hats tonight also. White Sox in the dugout. throughout Major League Baseball, that's the color. Figgins takes inside. 3-0 to Sean. There's a strike. We mentioned it's raining in Arlington today, so the Rangers are not underway yet. They're still waiting. See if they can play the Mariners. It was rained out at Fenway Park today. Red Sox, Tampa Bay. Figgy pulls one foul. 3-2 to Sean Figgins.
It's another solid at bat for Sean Figgins, leading off the game, seeing a lot of pitches, not only try to get on himself as far as getting in there and scoring position, stealing the bag, but everyone on that bench is seeing all the pitches from Gavin Floyd right now.
And finally, Figgins works a walk. The White Sox defensively tonight, Posednik, Rios, and Dye. That's a pretty good outfield. With Beckham, Ramirez, Nix, and Konerko around the infield, and A.J. Pierzynski catching Gavin Floyd.
Boy, and Alex Rios was playing right field when he's a member of the Toronto Blue Jays, but now playing center field, has a strong arm, can cover a lot of ground in that center field position. So good arms in the outfield, in particular with Dye and Rios, and a lot of speed with Posednik out and left.
Meister as Turris takes strike one from Gavin Floyd. Meister hitting .292. Bounce toward first and over the head of Konerko down the line. Figgins looks over his shoulder and heads on to third. Is Turris a bouncing ball double?
Well, if you're a pitcher, that's one of those pitches you make. You think you make the perfect pitch. You're going to get a double play out of it. Instead, it's a double. Bounces over Konerko's head at first base. Figgins able to go into third base. The chopper. Angels getting some breaks there, which is important against a guy like Gavin Floyd with his tremendous stuff he has on the mound.
That's a big break early in the ball game. Now Bobby Abreu digging in. Bobby hitting .297. .13 home runs, and he's up there in another great RBI situation here for the Angels. A chance to jump on Gavin Floyd early in the game. That one's rolled toward Konerko, but it'll go foul. One ball, one strike to Bobby Abreu. The Angels coming off a sweep of the Mariners and trying to open up this series with the White Sox on a positive note. On the ground to second base, that'll score Figgins easily. Abreu drives in a run. It's 1-0 Angels.
So not only gets to run across, but also allows Meister Stores to get over to third base with one out. So with the infield playing back as a hitter, you're just trying to put the ball in play. Particularly, you want to hit the ball up the middle if you hit on the ground, because the corners have a chance to be able to make that play at the plate, but hit the ball to second or short. You get the run across and also advance the runner from second to third. So nice job by Bobby. 92nd RBI on the season.
Now Vlad Guerrero up there. Batting cleanup and DHing. Hitting .296. The infield up for the White Sox, and Vladdy rips it into center field. His tourist jogs home, 2-0 Angels.
Alexis pursuing perfection. That was that perfect swing yesterday. We were a 0-0 game at that point, but Torrey Hunter, it's a 2-run homer. At that point, giving the Angels a 2-0 lead, end up being a 3-0 victory for the Halos.
Coincidentally, Gooby, he's batting right now.
How's that possible? Our guys are on the ball end of the truck. Brian Eddles and Matt Lipp, they're on fire already in this game in the first inning.
I don't think there's any question about that. Torrey Hunter swings and misses, strike one. Torrey has 20 home runs and 80 runs batted in. One and one. Gavin Floyd, 6'5", about 230 pounds, born in Annapolis. Swing and a miss by Hunter. 1 and 2. And Gavin Floyd went to high school in Baltimore. 17-game winner last year, 17-8. High pop fly. Brzezinski makes the catch. 2 out.
Torriel with it back-to-back all-speed pitches. Slider to pitch before, to curveball there. Got underneath that one. Gavin Floyd does have 2 great breaking pitches, both a curveball and a slider.
So here's Kendry Morales with 2 down. 2 runs in for the Angels here in the top of the first. One and 0 to Kendry, who has 30 home runs and 98 runs batted in already. Good breaking ball by Floyd.
Kendry just having an outstanding season. When you talk about extra base hits, the 30 home runs, the doubles, ability to drive the ball to the gaps.
Two and 2 to Kendry. Fouls another one away. 22 pitches logged already in this first inning by Gavin Floyd.
All started with a great at bat by Sean Figgins, working that walk. Seen a lot of pitches. It's on base. You know, because the speed that Sean Figgins has forced Konerko up. When that chopper gets over his head for Meiser, ends up being a double.
He yanks that one foul into right field. Here's Kendry Morales, foul ball. And a good catch in the dugout.
Is that Burley again?
Does he have glue on his fingers?
Very smart. He used his right hand and used his left hand. Mr. Perfecto with a perfect game this year, Mark Burley. He's pitching on Sunday. Doesn't take a whole lot of time in between pitches, that's for sure. Burley doesn't.
Pitching against Scott Kazmir should be a heck of a game. Two balls, two strikes to Kendry Morales. After that game Sunday, the Angels fly to New York and play one game Monday, which is certainly the ideal situation. And after that, go to Boston. This will be the 8th pitch in this at-bat coming up here to Kendry. You know, that road trip is going to tell a lot about the Angels and how playoff ready they are. Granted, it's only one game against the Yankees, then 3 with the Red Sox, and then into Texas for another 3.
Well, if you're a baseball fan and a fan of the Angels, you can't get much better than that. Going to the Yankees, like you mentioned, for 1, the Red Sox, then back to Texas for 3 at that point. So it should be a lot of fun to watch.
And then back here to play the Yankees. So the next 10, 12 days, it's going to tell a lot about the Angels. 3-2 to Kendry, who strikes out after a long at-bat. And the Angels are gone in the first, but they scored 2 runs. Figgy scored the first one. Time for plenty of naps and refreshments in between. Alexi Ramirez at the plate. Strike 1 from Joe Saunders. Shallow left field and dropping. Base hit. Leadoff man aboard for the White Sox in the second with Jermaine Dye coming up.
Ramirez with a little smile on his face, well-placed flare into the outfield.
You know, from what I've heard about you on the mound from your former teammates, on that Meister is Turris double in the bottom of the first, that was basically a high bouncer over the first baseman's head. You would have been fine with that if you were on the mound, wouldn't you?
I would have been saying so many nice things to Meister as he was running down the line.
You were a guy that would scream at a hitter as he ran down the line.
Yeah,
right?
we say, hey, great swing.
And he'd say, yeah, it's a double. Thanks, Gooby.
Hey, no problem. Anything I can do to help your batting average.
1-0 to Jermaine Dye, who fouls one back.
I was never real happy giving up a hit, ever. I have to be honest with you on that one, Rory.
And if you got a strikeout on a pitch that was about a foot outside and the batter was upset, I guess he congratulated you too, didn't he? Good pitch, good pitch, Gooby.
They say that baseball evens itself out.
1 ball, 1 strike to Jermaine Dye.
Great changeup by Joe Saunders there. Again, for Joe to be successful, be able to reach out with good sink on the fastball and then come right back and back that up with a changeup and hit the same spot, but different speeds. After the changeup, now he's going back out there again with that fastball.
2-2 to Jermaine Dye, who is having another good year power-wise. 25 home runs, 72 runs batted in.
We went with a changeup in the outside corner and then fastball on the outside corner. Now susceptible back in with a fastball or go out with a changeup again in the outside corner. Want to go inside with that fastball.
Ooh, didn't miss by much.
Wow, that was a perfect pitch.
Socia isn't sure it missed at all.
I think everyone was looking for something on the outside corner because that ball was right there. Well executed, though, by Joe Saunders, which is important. He reached out very well with that pitch.
Full count, 3-2 to Dye in a spot where Ramirez might be running, even with nobody out. Joe struck out 1 in the first inning, getting Konerko looking. And Dye fouls it straight back. Three and two. And a little high, ball 4, the first 2 men aboard for the White Sox in the top of the second. Kids, get ready for a straight A semester with your very own Angels School Supply Kit. Tomorrow, all kids in attendance will receive a free back-to-school supply kit, courtesy of Frito-Lay. It features a pencil, a pen, a ruler, and more. Great seats for this game are still available. You can get them at angelsbaseball.com. Tomorrow's game starts at 1:10 in the afternoon. Carlos Quentin swings through it, strike 1.
Well, Carlos Quentin wasn't going up there getting cheated with that swing.
No,
First pitch fastball. I figured Joe Saunders was going to try to get ahead of the count after walking Jermaine Dye, and he certainly had a good swing at that fastball.
High pop-up, right side, Kendry Morales. Like he's waiting for a punt, and the fair catch is executed. 1 out.
Well, you wonder why Carlos Quentin, the way he gets up in the box, he's squatting down there. You'd be susceptible because you have to move your hands up to a fastball up in the zone, and that's what happened there. Popped it up. Certainly has a lot of ability. Last year, arguably, if he didn't get hurt at the last month, he might have been the MVP of the American League.
Here's Alex Rios. The Blue Jays are no longer waiting for him to blossom into a superstar that they certainly thought he would be for a while.
Here's the thing, they got nothing in return. Other than to be able to get rid of the salary, they were still going to have to pay Alex Rios. But the White Sox, Kenny Williams, their GM, made some moves with the thought process of 2010. Him and Jake Peavy.
1 ball, 1 strike to Alex Rios. 2 men on for the White Sox. Ramirez and Dye on the bases with 1 out. Two and 1 to Alex Rios.
You got Jason Nix on deck, who's had some success in only 3 at-bats against Joe Saunders. 2 hits, including 2 home runs. So he's 2 for 3 with 2 homers. So this is the guy that Joe wants to get in this spot. If you get a ground ball, double play, get through the inning, Nix can lead off that next inning instead of coming up in an RBI situation.
2 and 1. Rios waits. Now, Saunders, once Nix gets up there, he's going to know, okay, this guy's gotten me a couple of times, but is he already thinking about it?
Well, I mean, probably not. As you get a little bit older on the mound and you've lost like your velocity at times, then you look over there and say, okay, this guy's had success against me. What am I going to try to do to get through this inning before he can do some damage against me? Eventually, you're going to be able to figure out a way to get him out, but for the time being, get the guy that you've had success.
He might not have to face him. The Angels turn the double play to end the 2nd inning. Good play by Saunders. Still 2-0 Angels.
Boy, Joe got himself in position. Good throwing position.
Juan Rivera takes strike 1.
Juan Rivera's had some success against Gavin Floyd. 5 for 14, including a home run. That's a .357 batting average.
Pulls that one foul. No balls, 2 strikes to Juan Rivera. Hitting .291. After giving up a couple of runs in the 1st inning, Floyd settled down and got a foul out to the catcher into strikeout. You say settled down, not that he was really getting battered around. He did give up that bouncing ball double and a ground ball out for an RBI. And Juan has a base hit.
Well, it is amazing when a batter has success against a particular pitcher. It seems like we'll foul off some tough pitches, and when a pitcher makes a mistake like this, break a pitch out over the plate, the hitter will have a successful swing. And Juan Rivera, base hit by the shortstop.
And the leadoff man aboard for the Angels for the second consecutive inning. And Mike Napoli coming up. One to Mike, who is hitting .275.
Napoli looks like he's due to get back on one of those hot streaks. He's been struggling of late, too, for his last 30. He's always been a guy streaky. When he gets hot, lots of home runs, particularly to the right center field.
In the air to right center, but shallow. And Rios makes the catch. That'll bring on Erick Aybar. Eric is hitting .306. 5 home runs, 53 runs batted in. Certainly you can recall early on in the season, you would hear people debating, well, who's going to get the playing time, Aybar or Izturis? And then as things worked out, and it so often does in this game, they both got a lot of playing time, and they've both had breakthrough seasons.
I mean, you can make a strong argument right now that Erick Aybar is the Gold Glove winner as a shortstop. And mix in the fact that batting average, 53 RBI. He's having a great season.
One ball, one strike to Aybar. Rivera at first base with one out here in the second. Whoa, into the White Sox dugout. The way they're reacting, I hope it didn't hit somebody. Ozzie Guillen usually stands right there. Jeff Cox, their third base coach, and Ozzie might be down in the dugout.
And it looked like it hit Ozzie. He hit him right in the arm area, so hopefully he'll be all right.
Maybe the elbow.
You don't see that too often, a left-handed batter pull a ball that sharply into a dugout. Maybe if it's a right-hander, he's late on a fastball, but not a left-handed batter to pull a ball like that into a dugout.
Fouled the other way by Eric. Still 1-2. Ozzie's back, so apparently he's okay.
Early's covering his mouth. I'm sure it's just a little bit. I'm sure it's a little cold. That's why he's just keeping his face warm because he's pitching on Sunday.
Not because he's laughing at the manager.
No, not at all.
Knowing Ozzie, he might have had a comment or two about that happening too. 2-2 to Aybar. That pitch looked like it almost hit him, but he was swinging at it and fouled it back. You know, last year Aybar appeared in 98 games, and he hit 277. And that wasn't bad, but this year he's just had a breakthrough year, playing every day. Another foul ball.
I think what Mike Scioscia wanted to see out of Erick Aybar this year, you know, the competition to be that everyday shortstop in spring training in the beginning of the year, was making the routine plays. Because he's always going to, he had the arm strength and the ability to make the spectacular play, but it's the routine plays he wanted to be more consistent with, and he's definitely has done that this year.
You know, he started all 4 games of the division series against the Red Sox, and he went 2 for 18. So when the Angels get to postseason, again, there will be questions to be answered. It'll be young players like Eric. Will he get that much better in the postseason? I think Scioscia has complete confidence that he will. If you base it on the way he's played this year, there's no reason to think he won't. And he's about to see the 10th pitch of this at bat, too.
And we talk about his ability to get bunt singles and infield hits. That allows him, even if his swing is not there at any particular point, he can utilize his speed and get a bunt hit, steal a bag, get in scoring position, and play that great defense that he's been playing all year.
Gavin Floyd, 41 pitches into his outing after an inning into third today.
Juan Rivera, no stolen bases so far in the season, but a 3-2 count with 1 out. Mike Scioscia likes to have the runners go on this particular pitch, so see if Juan is going to try to go and maybe go first or third if he gets a base hit, Aybar.
He is going. Aybar's fouled off a lot of pitches in this at bat. It's official now in Arlington. The Rangers have been rained out tonight. They were scheduled to open their series with the Mariners tonight, but it looks like they're going to have to play another doubleheader. And they've done pretty well in doubleheaders.
Yeah, they swept 2 doubleheaders this month alone, but Seattle, on the other hand, it might be a pretty good break for them. They got in around 5 o'clock in the morning in Texas last night, so get an opportunity to rest, get a good night's sleep before the doubleheader.
With Rivera running, Aybar hits another one foul. This next pitch will be the 12th in this at-bat to Erick Aybar. Look out, Ozzie.
Joey Cora saying, I give, Uncle. Ron Henneke laughing over there.
This time the screen came in handy. I think that's Don Cooper, isn't it? Pitching coach.
Now he's getting completely behind that screen.
This one's going to stay fair, and it'll be an out as Konerko takes it to the bag, but that was a 13-pitch at bat for Aybar. They get an out. Rivera goes to second base.
Joey Cora's got his first base mitt. He'll make the plays. He's not taking any more chances. I'll talk about Joey getting an opportunity to be a manager sometime soon in the major leagues.
Two out, Chone Figgins at the plate. Time for the U.S. Marine Corps leaders of the game. Chone Figgins, 90 walks this season. And for him, that's a tremendous number because that wasn't his forte once upon a time.
A lot of patience. He's got the game going there in the first inning. Working a walk and then scoring a run.
And now it's 2-0 to Figge. Pierzynski going out. Gavin Floyd throwing a lot of pitches in the first 2 innings. He's closing in on 50 already. Nothing like seeing Ozzie get knocked down by a foul ball to get smiles on everybody's face, huh?
Ozzie's definitely pure entertainment.
Even the advertisements around here are smiling about it. Two 2-0 to Sean Figgins. Right back to Floyd. Well, the Angels are out after a long second inning, still 2-0. Tonight, it's 2-0 Angels. The number 9 hitter in the White Sox order, Jason Nix, to lead off.
Well, we talked about Jason Nix and his success against Joe Saunders. 2 home runs and 3 at-bats. Most important thing, him coming up in a situation with no one on leading off an inning.
1 ball, 1 strike to Nix. Quite a bit of weather affecting baseball today. We mentioned the Rangers rained out at home against Seattle. Boston rained out at home. Their game with Tampa Bay. The Yankees are leading Baltimore 4-3 in the top of the 6th. And it's almost 11 o'clock there in New York, so they had to have had a pretty good delay there, too. There's another shot by Nix into left field and deep, and he's hit another one out against Joe Saunders. That's 3 times he's gotten Joe in 4 at-bats. And it's 2-1 Angels.
Well, we talked about how important it was for Joe to be able to get Rios and hopefully into a double play like he was able to do so, but Nix it seems like he's seen the ball so well against him. Granted, it hasn't been a lot of at-bats, but 3 home runs in his career against. That's a fastball on the inside part of the plate. So I recall the pitches he hit before against him in Chicago with similar pitches. Inside, he's able to tuck his hands in well and drive that ball and keep it fair.
That's still pretty amazing success against one pitcher, isn't it?
3 home runs against one, especially when you had 4 official at bats. I mean, that is truly amazing.
1-1 to Posednik. One and two. As a pitcher, Gooby, do you go back? Now we're talking about Nix is a fine player, but he's about a .235 hitter that bats ninth. And every time he faces you, he hits a home run. Does that get in your mind a little bit?
No question. And, you know, just looking back and thinking about some batters that faced over my career, there's a number of guys that had success as far as driving the ball, but to have 3 home runs against you that early in a career against you, yeah, it makes you think. There's no question.
Fly ball to left field by Posednik. Caught by Rivera for the first out in the inning.
Jason Nix again, and what he's been doing against Joe is not swinging at the pitch on the outside corner and looking in on him and getting his hands through the zone and driving out the left field. So Joe Saunders going to have to make an adjustment against him, try to sink the fastball away, throw changeups away, throw the curveball on the outside corner. Then when he starts looking away, then you're going to be able to pound him in with that fastball inside. But right now he's comfortable looking in on him.
Gordon Beckham, 1-1. One ball, 2 strikes to Beckham. Gordon Beckham's only 22 years old, born in Atlanta. And he rips one to short. Ibar backs up a step to field that one. It gets him.
Speaking of Eric Ibar, let's take a look at our Jack in the Box outside the box. Eric Ibar turns on that pitch at the inside part of the plate and hits Ozzie right in the arm. And Ozzie showing Eric Ibar where it got him. And Eric having a little laugh with Ozzie. Said, no, tell the pitcher not to throw inside on me. That is our Jack in the Box outside the box.
And Ozzie will definitely appreciate being featured there. As A.J. Pierzynski flies out to right field to end the inning. A leadoff home run by J. to put them on the board. 26-year-old infielder from Texas. Meiser as Turris leads off the bottom of the third inning.
That's the one thing when you play this White Sox club, they can hit the ball out of the ballpark. So when you get an opportunity offensively to put some numbers across, you got to take that advantage. Gavin Floyd, a lot of pitches early on in this game so far. The runs, the offense still trying to get clicking once again.
Will be the Kansas City Royals, the team with the worst record in the American League. They're playing like you're back with them. They beat Cleveland 2-1 for win number 5 in a row tonight.
They had a good time against the Tigers. Might have been Zach Greinke on the mound too. I think he was supposed to be going.
3-2 to his Turris.
It's a nice hat.
It's
Eagle hat.
It's inexpensive. There's a ground ball to the right side, through for a base hit. Leadoff single for Izzy. Fans, the Angels have an exciting ticket offer for this Sunday's game. Still available. Fans can purchase upper view and lower box seats for just $3, and right field pavilion seats for as little as $10. The password is Figgy. At angelsbaseball.com or the ticket window. Bobby Abreu.
Gavin Floyd not real fast to the plate. 1-4, 4 to 1-5. So he's a guy that is susceptible to the stolen base. He does a decent job though holding the ball and a decent pickoff move.
2-0. On the ground, right to Nix. And that will start a double play. Well, Bobby hit into 2 double plays last night. Hits into 1 here, and he's hitting in tough luck. He hit that ball pretty hard, but he hit it right to the second baseman.
That's the thing, if you're a pitcher, you get some ground balls. Most times it's going to be at an infield. You get a chance to be able to get through an inning. 4-6-3 double play. That's why you hear pitching coaches and managers always say pitch to contact. Because if you get the ground ball, particularly get it on the ground, you got a good chance of getting it out. In that spot there with a man on first, you get 2 outs.
Here's Vladdy with 2 out. Guerrero had an RBI base hit his first time up. And the license plates. There's a bouncer to shortstop. Alexi Ramirez will retire Vlad, and the Angels are gone in the third inning after 3. Kendry Morales has 72 extra base hits this season. Who holds the single season record for 8 extra base hits by a Cuban-born player?
Jose Canseco, maybe?
Orlando Cepeda, maybe?
Rafael Palmeiro?
Could be Dean Chance.
It could be Dean Chance.
There's a pitch outside to Paul Konerko. Konerko was called out on strikes his first time up. This one he hits in the air into right field. Bobby Abreu backpedaling, makes the catch.
You know, we saw just a couple innings ago when Joe Saunders was able to get through that inning, a ground ball back up the middle by Alex Rios. And this is what you do as a pitcher. You field the ball, you're supposed to throw right to the base, but when you see two infielders converging at the same time, you got Ibar here and you got Astores here, and you don't know which way you're going to throw the ball a second, so you just throw right at the base. Most times a pitcher, you look back, point to shortstop or second, who has the base on a comebacker to me? I always said all along, you're not just a pitcher, you also have to become that fifth infielder when the ground ball is hit back at you. So communication is important. In that spot, if you don't know exactly who's going to be at second, throw it right at the bag. One of the others is going to make the play.
Alexei Ramirez pops one up behind second base. 2 out in the 4th. Joe Saunders pitching well, has given up just a home run to Nix last inning. Now Jermaine Dye up there. Oh, 0-1 to Jermaine Dye. He has 162 home runs as a White Sox player, which is 7th in their history.
You wonder if Jermaine's going to be back with the White Sox after the season.
Two and one. Third base coach Jeff Cox. He's one of our favorite people. He's from West Covina. And he backs up when Jermaine's at the plate. He's well out of that box. Fly ball right field, hit pretty well. But Abreu has a play. And the White Sox go in order.
by John Lackey last night. Tremendous effort on the mound.
Torrey Hunter leads off the bottom of the fourth against Gavin Floyd.
Torrey with that 2-run home run. At that point gave the Angels a 2-0 lead.
Popped out to the catcher his first time up. Good breaking ball by Floyd. 0-2. Torrey Hunter lives in Texas now, not too far from Dallas. Born in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Humble beginnings has kept him a very grounded person as his career has taken off as one of the best center fielders in the game. 2-2 to Torrey Hunter. Right center field. Alex Rios on the warning track makes the catch. So let's get back to that Aflac trivia question now. Kendry Morales having a big year this year for the Angels with 72 extra base hits. Which Cuban-born player had the most extra base hits in a single season? And the answer is Tony Oliva. How could we possibly have not guessed Tony Oliva?
Talk about a guy that's great to be able to talk to, Tony Oliva. He's an unbelievable hitter. You know, at one point together with Rod Carew, Harmon Killebrew. That's a pretty scary lineup to deal with.
Kendry Morales up there now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Preston Gomez, the late great Preston Gomez, was really instrumental in helping Kendry get acclimated and get over here and become an Angel ball player. Preston's remembered every day around here. I'm sure Kendry misses him. We all do.
Well, you can sit and talk with Preston forever about baseball. So many stories.
Popped up behind third. Tough play. But coming in to get it, Scott Podsednik. 2 out. You could with Preston Gooby, but not during the game. He preferred to sit by himself so he could watch the game and think about and concentrate on what was going on.
So many people in the A's organization would go up and talk to him and find out what was right and what was wrong with the club. So, yeah, you weren't going to have many opportunities to talk to him during the game. It's all before and after.
Or as he went on road trips, which Scioscia always enjoyed, maybe on the bus or on the plane. The great Preston Gomez. 1-0 to Juan Rivera. Two balls, no strikes to Juan.
Juan Rivera had some success against Gavin Floyd. 2-0 count, looking for a fastball. See if he can drive it.
The Tigers lost again tonight. At home, they were beaten by the Blue Jays 6-4. And that baby's not happy at all about the results of that Tiger Blue Jay game.
I don't think so.
No, can't believe it.
He was a Tiger fan, huh?
He sure is, yep. Going to maybe make a call to confirm that score.
He wants to make sure it's legit.
The scoreboard must be wrong. 2-2 to Juan Rivera. The Tigers losing means if the White Sox win, all of a sudden, they'd be back to within 5 games again. The Central Division just can't seem to get settled. Pitch low and outside, 3-2. Minnesota lost today, so they're still 5.5 behind the Tigers, or they're on their way to losing. It's 12-1. And the White Sox with a win could move into second. With Texas rained out, the Angels have a chance to gain half a game with a win. Three balls, two strikes to Juan Rivera. The Angels tonight fouling off a lot of two-strike pitches. And Floyd has thrown 75 now in less than 4 innings. This will be the 8th pitch of this at-bat. Floyd gets him with a breaking ball. And the Angels go down in order in the 4th inning. It's still 2-1 Angels. Off for the White Sox. Saunders gets a strike with his first pitch. Not a real good cut there by Quentin, and it's 0-2.
Well, but that was just a great pitch by Joe Saunders there. A breaking pitch in the dirt. Now way ahead 0-2. Chance to expand the strike zone. Went with a changeup. So you just want to be a DH. You got lots of friends to hang out with. Well, he's still smiling though.
Well, he's thinking things over, making himself laugh. 1-2 to Carlos Quentin, the White Sox DH. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Joe's gone from 0-2 to 3-2.
Well, he went changeup, overthrew the changeup 0-2, and then came back in with a fastball, and then tried to get a changeup again off the outside corner. Now going back inside with the fastball.
And Quentin hits a fly ball left field. Fans, this Saturday, tomorrow, the Angels will host their 2nd annual Angels for Animals night at the Big A. Join the Angel Wives and the Orange County Animal Care Center from 11 a.m. through the second inning at the home plate gate hats. Fans can buy mystery bags that contain an autographed ball from an Angel player or coach, and all proceeds benefit the Angels Baseball Foundation and OC Animal Care.
Evidently, there's no pandas.
No, but they will maybe have a catfish in one of those bags. It's 0-1 to Alex Rios. You've got a shot at getting that, Gooby, if you are able to get out to those hats. There's a ground ball a second. What'd you get, honey? Oh, look, there's a catfish in my back.
Would that be a good day?
Two out in the fifth inning. And Jason Nix at the plate for the White Sox. Here's the 1-0 to Nix, who homered his only time up tonight. Ball two.
Well, you can see the fact is, last time up Nix with the fastball on the inside part of the plate, again hit his third home run and 4 at-bats against Saunders. Now the first 2 pitches staying off the outside corner, but Nix seeing it well, tracking the baseball, not going after those pitches.
2-1 to the White Sox second baseman. Joe trying to keep it away from this guy who has hit 3 home runs off of him.
I mean, see how he's tracking the baseball so well. He's not. I mean, these pitchers are only about 2-3 inches off the plate, but he's not making an attempt at it.
He lines that one the other way, and Abreu makes the play. Saunders has retired 9 in a row. On Angels as we move to the bottom of the 5th inning at the Big A, and there it is. Mike Napoli leads off for the Angels. Drills one into center field. That sends Alex Rios back to the warning track, and he makes the catch up against the wall. Well, your prediction on Napoli almost came true right there.
Boy, he squared that one up perfectly, but Alex Rios, a nice jump on that one, too. That ball was crushed. Runs back, had a feel for the warning track where the wall was, and makes the play. Dead center field. Howard's Exmo shows right here, getting up and making the play right in front of the wall. Played right field for the Toronto Blue Jays, now playing center. But he has that ability because he has great speed and a tremendous arm.
Eric Ibar takes ball 1. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first base his first time up. Two balls into strike 2, Ibar.
Eric's been that foul ball into that dugout.
Right back into the White Sox dugout again. If he was trying to do this, he wouldn't be able to do it.
Well, Howard's Exmo shows how far that ball was inside, too, when he pulled that towards the dugout again.
Ozzy's taking another spot, but he's keeping his eye on the plate.
He's going to sit in the dugout rather than stand up. It's a veteran. Stay behind the screen this time around.
Well, last time Ibar was up, he finally grounded out after 13 pitches. One of which was fouled right into Ozzy's elbow.
Well, now another 3-2 count. So you've seen a ton of pitches against Gavin Floyd in 2 at-bats.
And he pulls this one through the right side for a base hit. A 1-out base runner for the Angels with Figgins coming up.
There's no doubt Eric Ibar is going to try to steal second base. He's got 13 stolen bases on the season. The pitch on the inner half once again. Gavin Floyd has stayed inside. Whether it be the curveball, slider, or fastball on the inside part of the plate, this time Ibar gets a good piece of the bat on it and gets a ground ball base hit. But look for the wheels in motion here for the Angels to try to manufacture a run here.
Sean Figgins had a walk his first time up. Figgy staring down at the third base coach, Dino Ebel. And it's 2-0 to Figgy.
Gavin Floyd using that slide step. I mean by that, quicken up, not the normal leg lift as far as that stretch position, is sliding the leg forward. But when you do that at times, if you could drag your elbow and elevate some pitches.
He's fallen behind on Figgins, 3-0. And Figgy walked in the first inning. He came around to score. Dino and Ibar, or Figgins and Ibar, watching Dino Ebel over there. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Figgins, who is on base for the second time tonight with a base on balls.
See, sometimes it's not necessarily the stolen base, it's the threat of the stolen base that makes a pitcher forget and lose focus as far as the batter. Slide stepping, because you slide step, you're going to lose some of the velocity in your fastball and also the ability to locate your pitches, and that's what happened to Gavin Floyd there.
The only 2 walks he has given up tonight, both to Figgins. 2 on with 1 out. Here's his Turris, who is 2 for 2 tonight with a bouncing ball double and a single. Just a 2-1 ball game in the bottom of the 5th, and the Angels trying to expand the lead. Now with Ibar not batting, you see Ozzie there in the background. He's gone back to where he normally
He's
stands.
back over in his spot.
Yep. So I'm safe now.
Well, we get back to Sean Figgins, down 91 walks in the season, which leads the American League in that category. Usually you think of guys, home run hitters, leading the league in walks. And you've got people like Barry Bonds and Mark McGwire, people like that. All the power pitch around him, but Sean Figgins, wow, what a great job as far as that leadoff hitter, working the walk, getting the base hits.
And that one's lined into the right center field alley by Meiser's Turris. Ibar scores. Figgins is right behind him. Meiser with a double, and it is 4-1 Angels.
So far in this game, it's been mighty Meiser doing the job with 2 doubles and a single, 3 hits. Meiser is Storis.
3 for 3 with a couple of RBIs and already 1 run scored tonight.
Got a pitch up and elevated out of the zone. Howard's Exmo, so that balance. Hit off the front leg, keeping the hands smooth. Right center field for that double, scoring 2 runs.
Still only 1 out in the 5th with Bobby Abreu at the plate. Timeout for a beach ball in right field. Another big game for Meiser. Torrey Hunter and Figgins smiling about Sean being on base again and scoring his 2nd run of the night.
Of course, Eric Ibar's seen a lot of pitches himself, got that base. He scores a run also.
And now a wild pitch from Floyd moves his Turris up to 3rd. So the Angels can get another one with an out now.
Well, no chance for A.J. Brzezinski on that one, too. Carrasco getting up in a hurry. The bullpen for the White Sox now is Floyd losing command of the zone now with 93 pitches here in the 5th inning.
White Sox bring the infield in. Abreu out in front, strike 2.
It's a good pitch for Gavin Floyd, throwing a changeup. Bobby looking for a fastball pitch up that he can at least hit in the air to get the run across and a sacrifice fly. It's tough to stay back when the changeup is thrown. 1-2 to Bobby Abreu.
left field, should score the run as Turris will tag up. Posednik makes the catch, and it's 5-1 Angels.
Probably the 2 RBIs tonight. One on a ground ball to second base, and then that one a sacrifice fly in the left field. Doesn't have any hits yet, but 2 RBIs. Give him 93 on the season.
Two outs in the 5th. Vlad Guerrero at the plate. Vladdy drove in a run with a solid single his first time up. He lines that one to right field. Jermaine Dye makes the play, but the Angels put 3 on the board in the 5th inning, and it
Coors Light.
But Saunders now with a 4-run lead. Nick's home run giving the White Sox their only run. Now top of the 6th, top of the order. Scott Posednik for the White Sox.
I do like what Joe Saunders did, that adjustment he made next time up for Jason Nix. He stayed away. Away. Change up, fastball. Nix hit the ball hard, but hit a fly ball in the right field for an out.
1-1 to Posednik, who has hit 2 fly ball outs to Rivera in left tonight. Two and one. Another one to left field. And Posednik 0 for 3. Well, this White Sox team is a little different than the one that started the season. They've added Peavy, but he hasn't pitched for them. They've added Rios. But the guys they lost some pretty good players.
Jim told me over that the Dodgers relegated basically to a pinch hitting role for the Dodgers, and Contreras to the Rockies. You think about what they, this is a club that was built to go to the postseason this year, and they felt with the staff they had and the ability to hit the ball out of the ballpark. If a big thing when you look at Carlos Quentin, the guy that they were counting on, hasn't been healthy this season, at least for the whole time, and that's hurt them. But Alex Rios is a guy with a ton of talent. They're looking now for the future.
They really have not, at any point this season, really taken off on a consistent basis. They've been hovering around 500 most of the year.
And I think when you rely so much on the home run, you're going to go through those slumps. I mean, you look at the Angels. Yeah, they've hit some home runs this year, but they can manufacture runs. They scored 3 runs last inning on 2 hits. The White Sox don't have that ability to do that. They rely so much on the 3-run homer.
And when they're hot, that looks real good. When players like Konerko are hitting them out, they can look like one of the best teams ever. But it's not like that every night. Their record going into the game is 70-71. And yet if they win this game tonight, and they are trailing, it would only be 5 games out. The Tigers have been leading the division most of the year, but they just haven't really been able to close the deal, have they?
Their offense has been inconsistent for them. Their pitching has been pretty good. Their bullpen, a great 1-2 punch in Verlander and Edwin Jackson. Garrett Washburn hasn't quite panned out for him yet. He's certainly a guy that's had a great year when he was with the Mariners.
This is another guy that they're counting on to make their future very bright. Gordon Beckham is a highly touted rookie out of Georgia.
I was talking to Greg Walker, their hitting coach, about Beckham, and he said this kid is not only good now, but he's only going to get better with his improvement as far as swinging the pitches in the strike zone, not swinging the pitcher's pitches. Extremely quick hands, as you can see right there, pulling that ball foul.
It's a full count to Beckham. Souvenir to the stands there. And Beckham strikes out on the Saunders breaking ball.
Well, a nice pitch here by Joe Saunders. A good slider down in the dirt. We talked about Jeff Mathis, great behind the plate last night with John Lackey. Mike Napoli's been outstanding so far with Joe Saunders on the hill.
There's Mathis, who caught yesterday's ball game.
Boy, did he do a great job last night.
Saunders has retired 11 in a row since that home run by Jason Nix, leading off the 3rd inning. He's only given up 3 hits tonight. 1-1 to A.J. Pierzynski. Two balls into strike.
Well, where you mentioned how Mike Scioscia said this is the best, deepest rotation he's ever had as a manager of this club, and the way Joe Saunders is throwing again tonight, you always have a chance to win every night when you have starters that go 6, 7, 8 innings with quality stuff.
Well, he has that with Weaver, Lackey, Saunders, Santana, Kazmir. That's a pretty good 5 right there.
Mike Butcher's done a tremendous job keeping this staff together early. I mean, they've gone through 14 different starters at points during the season.
A.J. Pierzynski out on strikes, and Saunders is setting them down. 5-1 Angels. including the national pastime, came to a halt. Today, on this most somber anniversary, we have gathered to watch a baseball game. A game that brings unquestionable excitement, absolute amazement, and complete joy. A game that brings us all closer together. Today, like many days, we play ball. But today, we also never, ever forget. Gooby, it's a special thing to have a place like this to come to and have a night like we're having, isn't it?
And this all around the country, you see people putting flags out today, and just that feeling of we're all one during these times in which you still remember. Everywhere I've been today, same thing. Everyone just remembers that day.
If you were alive and old enough to remember, I don't see how you could ever forget. Torii Hunter at the plate, 1 ball and 1 strike to Torii.
And I firmly believe that baseball had certainly a process in the healing for the country.
DJ Carrasco is the new pitcher for the White Sox.
Even if so be, you had the Yankees playing the Diamondbacks in that World Series, a great 7-game World Series. Consider what happened in New York.
And the games in New York did as much as anything, I think, there at Yankee Stadium. It turned out to be a tremendous World Series with some great moments in both ballparks. Torii hits one up the middle, and that's a base hit to lead off the bottom of the 6th.
That's perfect right there. The A symbol in the American flag. Both clubs wearing hats, remembering that day.
Kendry Morales at the plate. Grounds one foul outside of first. DJ Carrasco from the charming little town of Safford, Arizona. Off the hands and popped to shortstop. I did a few games in Safford. Ruby early on when I was the voice of Nogales High School, and they would go in to play Safford High School.
Really, Roy?
Yes. And it is a charming little town. 1 out, 1 on. And Juan Rivera at the plate for the Angels.
Do you have a victory call for that one, Rory?
I don't remember the games too well right now, but do remember the town.
Is it just another Stafford victory?
No, I was, the station that I was working for carried Nogales.
Okay, this is another Nogales victory?
Just another Apache.
Apache victory.
The Nogales Apaches. Oh, 0-1 to Juan Rivera.
Well, DJ Carrasco certainly has a good fastball. He jammed Kendry Morales that pop up the short. He can throw it 88 with movement all the way up to 94. Pretty good slider, too.
Now, picked off at first base, Torii Hunter, who has been known to do that. Go on first movement by a right-handed pitcher. This time he gets picked off.
And Mike Scioscia wants to know if he had stepped off. You can't throw to second base unless you step off in that spot. You just want to make sure. What I mean by that, if you're in a stretch position and you're going to second, if you don't step off, The key is you have to step off the rubber. There, he stepped off the rubber before he spun around and threw the second base. Otherwise, you have to throw the first base on that if you don't step off the rubber.
One ball and one strike to Juan Rivera. One and two. Two balls, two strikes to Juan Rivera. To the shortstop. And Rivera is retired. We are through 6 innings, and the Angels have a 4-run lead. Tonight has given up just a home run leading off the third to Jason Nix and has not allowed a base runner since then. The batter is Paul Konerko. I will give you one little tidbit, Gooby, about doing games in Nogales, Arizona, which was my first play-by-play on radio. The Nogales Little League team made it to the regional semifinals in San Bernardino one year. And they sent me there to do the play-by-play. And it was the tape of that game, a Little League game, that I sent to Salt Lake City and got the job there doing AAA baseball. So we all start somewhere.
That's a good story.
You know who else? You know who's from Nogales, Arizona? Bob Baffert, the trainer, horse trainer. Pulled way foul by Konerko, but deep.
0-2 pitch coming inside. He was able to turn on that one. Now a chance for Joe to throw something off speed off the outside corner. Or if you go inside, you got to go above the hands. He's going to go with that changeup off the outside.
And Konerko bounces it to first base. Kids join the Angels for Salute Kids Day at the Big A this Sunday. And you'll have a chance to win great prizes from CPK, Ruby's, Regal Entertainment Group, Westfield Mall, and more. Tickets for this game are available in the upper view and lower view box for just $3 or $10 in the right field pavilion. Use the password Figgy at angelsbaseball.com or the Angel Stadium ticket window. Game time Sunday is 12:35.
Well, that should be a lot of fun for the kids. Always a good day.
And they will see Scott Kazmir against Mark Burley on Sunday.
They're very good lefties.
Real good matchup Sunday. 2-0 to Alexi Ramirez. The way the rotation has been going, Weaver, Lackey, tonight Saunders. I mean, this is some awfully good pitching right now.
And hitting their spots, being set up well by the catchers, whether it be Jeff Mathis or Mike Napoli. That's the most important thing, that rapport between a catcher and a pitcher.
Sean Figgins to his left. 2 out in the 7th.
And also trust in your defense.
Well, you can have some pretty good trust in this defense.
Oh, it's amazing. You got a lot of speed in the outfield, strong arms, and tremendous range in your infielders. You know, you get Sean Figgins, you got Eric Ibar. Both of them have a chance to win the Gold Glove. And Meister solidified that defense, and Kendry's been outstanding at first base. Torrey with 8 straight Gold Gloves, looking for 9 straight. Bobby Abreu in right field doing a tremendous job, and Juan Rivera out in left he's made some unbelievable plays in one of the strongest arms.
Yeah, another guy with
baseball.
a great arm. I mean, he can throw you out from left field. So on the left side, if you take Figgins, Ibar, and Rivera, could there possibly be 3 better arms on the left side anywhere? Meister, he always makes the plays. And the White Sox go down in order again. Bottom of the 7th inning. Mike Napoli leads off for the Angels. Mike hit one to the wall in center field last time up, but Rios caught it. So Mike's 0 for 2 tonight. And there's a shot into left center field. And this one's going to be run down by Posednik. Let's take a look now at the Farmers Insurance true storyline of the game.
Well, it's been Joe Saunders, 7 innings pitched, just 1 earned run, 3 strikeouts. Meister restores 3 for 3, 2 doubles, and 3 RBI. Gavin Floyd got knocked out in the 5th, but Jason Nix continues to see the ball well against Joe Saunders, hit a home run in the 3rd.
Visit farmers.com today to hear more true stories from Farmers customers and to find a SoCal agent near you. Jason Bolger warming up.
You get back to Mike Napoli, even though you're going to look up at the box score so far 0 for 3, he's centered and squared up 2 baseballs in a row. Seeing the ball well, that could be one of those signs now that he's going to get hot. They're going to need that offense. They're playing some tough teams. Besides here, the White Sox these next 2 days. Then you go on that tough road trip to New York, Boston, and Texas.
Ibar hits one right back to the mound. Speaking of the Yankees, we mentioned they had a rain delay early in the day. Now it's 10-4 Baltimore, and they're in another rain delay. It's after midnight in New York, of course, and they're trying to finish it if the rain would leave them alone.
Well, they say it's a city that never sleeps.
That's for sure. And the Yankees are trailing by 6 runs, so maybe some of the fans have gone home. They're in the late innings. I think they're in the 7th inning. 7th or 8th inning there in that game. One ball, 1 strike to Sean Figgins. Texas Rangers did get rained out tonight at home against Seattle. The Red Sox got rained out at home against Tampa Bay, so Texas and the Red Sox, no movement in the wild card race. Still 2-game lead for Boston. Vladdy's still sitting in that same spot, but now he has a friend or two around. One and 2 to Sean Figgins. A fly ball to left field by Sean. Posednik will take care of it. And the Angels go quietly in the 7th. But they take a 5-1 lead.
7 innings pitched, 3 hits. Only 1 earned run. That was a home run. But look at that nice double play he turns here with 3 strikeouts, too. Good slider, tremendous changeup. You see him turning over that changeup, circle changeup, getting the punch out.
Check out the new R Performance vehicles at your local Jaguar dealer or on JaguarUSA.com. Saunders set down 15 in a row. Now he gives way to Jason Bolger.
Jason Bolger with that 94, 95 mile an hour fastball, good slider, great curveball. ERA now 3.45. 55 games, 57 in the 3rd innings pitch with the 56 strikeouts. You notice stuff is there.
Carlos Quentin leading off the 8th inning for the White Sox. That one got by the ball boy.
Yeah, what a job by Joe Saunders, and continue that pattern of strong pitching out of the starting rotation.
Quentin went 0 for 2 against Saunders, who allowed only 3 hits in 7 innings. One and one. And Darren Oliver loosening up in the Angel pen. Pretty good Friday night crowd here on a nice night. Fireworks after the game. 38,375 at the Big A tonight. Three and one to Quentin.
Well, if you're Jason Bolger right here, a 3-1 count, you got to challenge him with the fastball. You want to give him a walk here. That's how you give an opponent a chance to feel they're back in the game.
A bouncer over the mound. That's the tough play, and it gets through into center field. It's a base hit for Quentin. Ibar and Izturis trying to get to that one. Neither one quite could.
Well, Ibar playing in the hole because Quentin pulls a lot of ground balls. And Izturis up the middle there, so there's a spot where he had a perfectly located ground ball by Carlos Quentin. Again, that's what Jason Bolger is supposed to do. Challenge him with that fastball. He got a ground ball. Just unfortunately for him, he just found a hole.
Now Alex Rios. Lines one to center field, right at Torrey Hunter. Fans, the first ever AM 830 Celebrity Golf Tournament takes place September 23rd and 24th at Pechanga Resort in Temecula. Visitors are welcome, so come out and see your favorite celebrities from TV, sports, music. For more details on the tournament and how you can participate, visit am830.net/golf. Proceeds benefit the Angels Baseball Foundation.
Nice track out there at Pechanga.
Is it?
Yes.
Mark Kotsay batting now for the White Sox, hitting for Knicks. With one out and one on, now Napoli walking to the mound. So is Scioscia. And with Kotsay batting, Scioscia will probably bring the left-hander Darren Oliver in. Here comes deep. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. And the Angels with a 5-1 lead here in the top of the 8th inning. And Darren Oliver in to pitch to the pinch hitter, Mark Kotsay. Oliver's having just another solid season, Gooby.
And there's 18 holes. He's so in command out there of his emotion. Hits the spots with that fastball at 90, 91. Very good breaking pitch, good changeup. Fields his position well.
Kotsay hitting .272. If the Angels hang on and win this game, they will be 30 games over 500 for the first time this year. A win tonight would put them at 85 and 55. 1-1 to Kotsay.
Now ahead of the count, I can throw that big sweeping slider to be able to get a strikeout here against Kotsay. Lefty's hit .250 against Darren Oliver this year.
Check swing, struck him out. Oliver comes in and strikes out the left-handed pinch hitter.
Great pitch there, too, by Darren Oliver. Gets that breaking pitch. Kotsay couldn't hold up on the swing, crossed the plate. Strikeout. Nice job, too, by Mike Napoli to be able to square up the body, keep it in front.
Now Scott Posednik. Line drive, base hit, center field. So the White Sox have a couple of men on with 2 out. Trying to get right back in the game here in the top of the 8th inning with Gordon Beckham coming up. Beckham has a little pop. He's hit 10 home runs in this rookie season and is hitting .272.
Boy, good pitch, too. Fastball at 92 on the outside corner. After missing that first pitch, a breaking ball down and in.
Check swing, and he did not go around. Doug Eddings, the first base umpire, and it's 2-1 to Beckham. Three and one.
You talk about a big pitch in this game right now for Darren Oliver and the Angels.
A.J. Pierzynski on deck. And Beckham pops one toward first base. Morales makes the catch. And the Angels and Oliver are out of the inning.
Konerko with a double that got everything rolling. Then a base hit in the right field. Then a two-run double to right center field for Meister restores a 3-for-3 night.
Land Rover, designed for the extraordinary. It would be extraordinary if just by coincidence his tourists were coming up right now.
Oh, that is perfect producing and directing. Be able to have that Land Rover right into Meister coming up.
New second baseman for the White Sox is Brent Lillibridge. And Scott Linebrink is on the mound for Chicago.
50 games already this season for Scott with 50 innings pitched. He's a guy that relies with that sink on the fastball, 90 to 95. He's got above average slider, changeup, and also will throw a split finger fastball. Very durable pitcher. Pitched a lot of innings, a lot of games throughout his career.
Meister's 3-for-3 tonight. Scott Linebrink, 33 years old, from Austin, Texas. Two and two to his tourists. On the ground, Morales, or Konerko rather, so used to seeing Kendry make those plays. Konerko gets it to Linebrink for the out.
Well, that was a well-played play by Konerko, diving after that chopper over his head for a double. It does even itself out, Rory.
There you go.
Oh, was crushed, too, by Meister. The Konerko, nice play. Feed over to Scott Linebrink. Gets the out, 3-1. Although I never believed that it evened out.
I wouldn't think you would, no.
I heard that so many times that I never believed it.
Hitters don't believe it either.
Mike Napoli doesn't. After he squared up two shots into the outfield, he's got nothing to show for it so far.
Bobby Abreu up there. 1-1 to Bobby. He hits a shot into right center field, and that one's in the gap. Abreu one-hops the wall, and he has a double. So far tonight, he already had a run-scoring ground ball out, a sacrifice fly. Now this time he puts one in the hit column.
This both shows he turned on that pitch on the inside part of the plate. Squared up that bat, drove it. Altruis with a strong arm. This is a pretty close play at second base.
Bobby kind of slowed down on his way in there. Here's Vlad Guerrero. Vladdy drove in a run with a base hit in the first inning. And there's a base hit into right field. Abreu to third. He'll be waved home. He scores the second RBI hit for Guerrero tonight. 6-1 Angels.
You see Vlad when he goes the other way to base it in the right field. He pitched run for now. And you can see the swing here. Pitch on the outside part of the plate and elevate it. Vlad hits it hard in the right. Brought his hands up, squared up the baseball, base hit RBI.
Chris Pettit gets a chance to appear in the ball game. Pinch running for Vlad. Torrey Hunter at the plate for the Angels.
Dallin Oliver's taking over Vlad's seat. After that base hit, he said, hey, I'm going to sit there and relax with all my friends.
It's not that the Angels don't have any players in the dugout. It's just that they're so engaged in the game, they're all up on the top step of the dugout, leaning out watching.
I think it's a 35-man roster right now, right?
There's plenty of guys on this team right now.
23 homegrown players, too. Guys that come from the system. The Angels. That's impressive. That nobody wants to sit on the bench.
Too far from the action. Kendry Morales up there. One 1-0 to Kendry, who has gone 0 for 3 tonight. And Pettit heading to second. He's in there with a slide. Chris Pettit, good base running. Well, he knows the Angel way to play baseball, doesn't he?
Well, Brzezinski did a nice job of keeping it in front of him, but Pettit, a nice secondary lead, good jump, gets into scoring position. Right, that's preached throughout from rookie ball all the way up to AAA, up to the big leagues.
And now they're going to go ahead and walk Morales. So they will pitch to Juan Rivera instead with 2 out and 2 on. Even down 6-1 in the bottom of the 8th. Ozzie making a strategic move there. In the National League West tonight, the Dodgers are all over the Giants, 9-1 in the 7th, and Colorado is behind 1-0 in San Diego in the 8th inning. Down the right field line by Rivera, fair ball. Pettit scores. And it's now 7-1 Angels on the bloop double by Rivera.
Henry going over there to third base, and of course Juan Rivera getting hot now. He had a base hit there in the second inning. Now a double here. The right field drives in a run. Starting to come around himself after he had a little bit of a skid himself. Now producing.
Another at-bat for Napoli. The Angels are 4 for 6 with runners in scoring position tonight. Ooh, you like the way Napoli's swinging the bat now, don't you?
Yeah, I just feel that he's going to go on one of those streaks right now. Hitting the first shot, he hit a couple balls hard to right center field. Then the last time up, a shot to left center field. That's when you start seeing Napoli starting to get squaring up the baseball when he's going the other way with authority.
So far, 0 for 3 tonight. One and one to Napoli. Strike two. Good fastball from Linebrink. Might have overthrown that one a little bit. Bounced it about 5 or 6 feet in front of the plate.
Well, Brzezinski was giving him the sign to be able to throw that ball in the dirt, but I don't think he wanted him to throw that far in front of the plate.
Probably not. Jose Arredondo warming up in the Angel bullpen. Now 3-2 to Napoli. Ibar on deck. And Napoli goes down swinging. But the Angels add on. They add a couple of runs. And as we head to the ninth, Terry Evans gets a chance to play right field here in the ninth inning. He had a good year in Salt Lake City. Jose Arredondo takes over on the mound.
Well, this is an important audition, basically, for Jose Arredondo. We were talking about the possibility, okay, we can look ahead. If the Angels make the postseason, will Jose be a part of that roster? He's got to show something here now for Mike Sosa, Mike Butcher, that he could be a valuable piece of that bullpen. So he's got that good fastball, 94, 95, and a split finger fastball and a slider.
So's checking his lineup card. He also has Brandon Wood in the game, playing third base. Ninth inning. And A.J. Pierzynski will be the first batter Arredondo faces. The Angels 3 outs away from their 4th consecutive win. And Pierzynski pops it up. Ibar gives way to the left fielder Juan Rivera. 1 pitch, 1 out in the ninth.
Well, as an infielder, you go back as far as you can until you're called off by the outfielder, and that's what Eric was doing, going very far in left field before Juan Rivera called him off and made the play, which is much easier for the outfielder coming in as compared to an infielder going back on the baseball.
The Angels still have a shot at winning 100 games this year. If they win this one, they would need 15 more wins in the last 22 games. Pitch low and outside to Konerko, but this road trip's going to be a tough one coming up.
No question. Plus a couple of tough games the rest of the series against a team. A couple day games too. The baseball flies out here at the Big A, and the White Sox with a lot of power. So it's going to be a tough couple games. And then you're right, going to New York for 1, Boston for 3, and then Texas for 3. Getting into those cities at 1:30, 2 o'clock each time in the morning. So Mike Scioscia's going to have to try to keep the troops fresh here.
And there's the fly ball into center field by Paul Konerko. Torrey Hunter puts it away. 2 quick outs in the top of the 9th. And Arredondo, if this is an audition, is doing fine so far.
And that's the mindset you have to have coming out of the bullpen. Get the confidence going. Attacking the zone. Getting some easy outs. Showing your manager you could be aggressive. That's the big thing with Jose. He hasn't been as aggressive this year as he was last year.
Alexi Ramirez at the plate for the White Sox. Two 2-0 to Ramirez. .95-mile-an-hour fastball from Arredondo. Obviously, the arm is there.
Especially in location of that pitch, too. You have that kind of velocity on the fastball. Just challenge hitters.
Fly ball left field. Rivera to his right, and that's the ball game. The White Sox go out in order in the 9th inning. The Angels have won 4 in a row. They are 30 games over 500 for the first time this year. Just another Halo victory.
Mike Scioscia scores an outstanding game with 2 doubles and a single, couple RBI.